Hello and welcome back to Call of Juarez Gunslinger. And when we last left off, Silas got revenge on one of those people responsible for killing off his brothers. But there's no the outstanding question of Bob himself, isn't there? So let's just see what we can do here, returning to an earlier chapter supposedly, just from a different perspective. Or something. I guess you see him. Yeah, Jim Reed was his name, I think. So good thing they gave you some story recaps there, right?
40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers.
Barely 6 months ago,
Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now.
Once again, don't tempt the spirits, mate. Yeah, we carry plenty of ammo now, as it would seem. So we are prepared for most situations, I would wager. Yeah, the game is so linear, we cannot even jump over this tiny rock. Oh, an ambush? Or what?
Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant, that son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
But for all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind, as did others.
Ready to meet your mate. Calm down.
Such a shotgun as I was wondering about his bullet spongy nature.
Now you're ready to meet your maker. You calm down.
How did you still have so many people? Really strange.
For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after? By this
Good
point
question,
in my
yeah.
storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had.
Finally, some self-reflection.
I was furious as hell at that bastard for making me who I am. A man with no family, no friends.
Okay, but
No
ultimately you can only
purpose
blame
except
yourself,
shooting
no?
Bob Bryant dead.
You don't need your entire life be consumed by revenge. This thirst for revenge. I mean, that went on for more than 30 years, apparently. I know it was a tragic event, yes, Silas. But still. Sometimes you need to learn to let go, right? And cope with the loss. Now you're already an old man and you've wasted all that time. I mean, that really makes me feel sad for you, it really does. Consumed by this thirst for revenge. Yeah, these people probably were only in your head, weren't they? Another abandoned town in the middle of the woods. Strange. We keep running into those.
You ain't seen
Alright, lovely. Once again, where are these people coming from, huh?
Could stop me from taking his life.
Nothing.
Been
Alright.
after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
Chapter of that fairy tale, you mean?
Suddenly it was 1910. There I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades.
Certain looks the part. Okay, we can try out the Son of Rifle. I think it's quicker to reload and maybe work the action. Guess we can try that. Maybe it's more handy in here. Take secret, huh? Dwight Eisenhower. Ja, wow, there we go. In case you haven't figured this out already. I think they moved to the United States in 17 something years, I think. I mean, they're, you know, by their ancestors.
Town was falling apart, just like me.
Yeah, these are all wooden buildings, and the forest looks pretty damn, so no wonder these are falling apart in only 20 years. Or after 20 years, right? Also, perfect day for a shootout. Very cinematic. Very cinematic. Okay, with our shotgun, we get unlimited ammo and concentration, I think. Yeah. But not with the revolver, because we have upgraded the Gunslinger skill tree or something. I think that's how it's supposed to work. Ah, yeah, it's the problem with these set pieces. They don't make any logical sense sometimes, do they? Can't even get on the stairs there. A good eyesight.
Even though the ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Greaves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The Wild Bunch knew I was there.
They
They
seem
were
to know
after a
wherever you
treasure
go.
they had hidden before they fled, buried in the grave of a dead amigo.
Ah,
Some
yeah, that
folks
scene
think
I
the town
remember
is
now.
haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around.
Well, it's haunted, as you will see shortly, because you've had too much whiskey. I think it's my second least favorite scene in the game. After that one we had with the sniper, I think. Yeah, isn't it a lovely rifle? Yeah, down to the cemetery, because there else would we go, right? Apparently, that's not the way to go. How can I get lost here that easily? Right, it's signposted with these lanterns, I guess. For here then, probably. People are moving. There's something going on. Oh, we can go through this building, so that's the way to go, because the other ones are blocked off, even when it makes no sense. Think? Oh, secret. Good. Have it up for our troubleshoot. Well, I suppose we can take a look, but
Bob Bryant's corpse. But like I said, the bandits knew I was on to them. They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
indeed they do. Good thing there's some splash damage on that thing. Apparently we can neutralize the fog even. Oh, concentration mode. Pretty impressive stuff. I think he tripped on a dynamite. Then the friend killed him essentially. But I can do the same maybe.
But you obviously prevailed since you're sitting here telling us.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Oh,
Funny
feels
you
like
should
it.
put it like that, Jack.
Put that back down. You're gonna need a gun.
Well, I tried my
Because
best.
when I woke up,
From the dead?
There was silence all around me.
Yeah, because you're either going senile or you're going crazy. Take a pick here.
I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop.
I think you've had too much whiskey.
Here, there, even over there.
So I am right. You are touched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition.
Okay, well, we found out the advantage of the rifle. The sound off is very quick to hip fire. Just like in the movies, huh? Right? I think some coffee and some rest may not be a terrible idea here, Silas. Looks like a haunted town to me, yes, the ghost town. Now I'm shooting ghosts of Billy the Kid. Do we have some special ammunition for that thing? I don't think that's going to do a whole lot, especially from back here. I tell him we need to resolve this with dynamite too. Well, we can try that, I guess.
I saw Henry Plummer throw dynamite at me.
Really? Well, I'm not sure what to say about this. It really is a strange sequence.
In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remember him.
Yeah, he hurts just as hard as before. Who knew ghosts would be going down so easily to a rifle, but then again it's all just in our head, isn't it? This section isn't pretty hard actually.
Robert
Yeah,
Allinger
I
appeared
remember.
with his terrible double-barrel shotgun.
A ghost rifle butted us, really, come on now. There's one way to go. Can I put this in my resume? Oh. It's a nice checkpoint game. I would imagine it would be after the gate slams shut, but apparently not. Okay, let's just replenish our ammo supply. But since everything is in our head, what difference does it make? One is to wonder. Oh, the problem is these guys don't die because they're ghosts already, right? Hard to say if they're already dead, because they're already dead. Okay. So, remember this one coming from the right too. Jesus Christ, where is he coming from? I had my eye on the right side for the entire time. There was no one there, and then somehow I get a fucking shotgun in my face. Then I'm back to this fucking checkpoint here. Yeah, fighting ghosts is never very enjoyable, is it, in these games? Jesus Christ. These bullets do not exist. These bullets do not exist. They are not real, Silas. They aren't real. Yes? Okay, maybe this time around we move to the right or something. Where's the fucking guy even coming from? Was right in my face both times, right? There we go. Okay. What's the first tour we got, I think?
My father-in-law got hit with a fallen branch. He spent the rest of his life talking to dogs.
Yeah. Is it preferable to this here? I'm not sure. Also, we are going to have a ghost to duel, maybe. Lovely. What am I looking for? Yeah, something out of this world is going on.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
Well, some of them deserve to be killed, other ones maybe not so much. I don't think everyone was beyond redemption. Dynamite works against ghosts, maybe? Right. Well, I'm trying to take cover again. Which isn't working very well. Also almost impossible to see them without concentration because they're ghosts.
Brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead.
Okay. By the promotion there for these guys, I see.
George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond.
Do they bleed? Ghosts don't bleed, right?
Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed. Each one deader than the next.
Yeah, we can join them soon, I think.
Crazy.
Thought.
Sort of not the best at range. Man, er hit like a truck from back there, even when I'm running.
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longabaugh.
The Sundance.
That's one name.
Like a general leading his Legion of the Dead.
You told us before that you'd seen him alive.
He was alive.
I have no idea where they are. Just throw some fucking dynamite back here and hope for some result. Really? How? Dead am I not? I think I'm dead here. Yep. Yeah, it is indeed my second least favorite sequence of this game. Which is sad because it's the last chapter. Kinda ruins the story arc. So how far back are we? Okay, I'm not sure where the checkpoint is. But thankfully they were pretty generous. You constantly run against this bullet sponge ghost who doesn't actually exist. Come on, get moving, you idiot. And then I... no, apparently cover is not permissible. Cannot have it. not the most enjoyable sequence I've ever played. So it's not possible to see anything. Where is this guy, man?
Then I heard a voice call to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Right.
Taking care of that bastard.
I knew he wasn't, yeah, running around with his real name. Butch Cassidy must be a nickname. And yeah, okay. So apparently our bullets don't hurt. Oh, he's a zombie. Take a pick. Yeah, then maybe our last duel, which is the most difficult one.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Not yet, yeah.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each
How many
other for quite
headshots?
a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
This may take some attempts,
I
I'm
was
afraid.
hoping I wouldn't have to kill you. You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
I asked them about Bob Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
You frittered it all away, Butch. Edda's mine. So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question, but those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
Yeah, they never do. Especially if they're already dead, sort of. Yeah, the last time I played this, it was very much of a struggle. You have to, of course, change focus somehow. There we go. I think let's resolve it like this.
The Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
I think the last time I tried to do this honorably and we tried 10 times or so. I think I spared myself the misery this time around, since the section wasn't the most enjoyable one anyway. Yeah, alright. I think the duels in the first two games are even worse than this, you know. Which is not a reason not to play them, especially the very first game because it's super clunky. But alright, have we earned any skills? Yeah, 1 point available, but I don't think it matters anymore, does it? But, well, I would like to have the golden rifle. But of course, I think it's a little bit too late for that now. Yeah, a strange way to end your game. Sorry. At least I think so. And there we go, that's the finale. It's not a long game after all. It's limited in scope, but it also makes it much better than, say, Cartel, which was a complete disaster. But no follow-up game since, unfortunately.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob? There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob?
Yeah, that was kind of obvious,
your
right?
past
Especially in the
always
retrospect.
catches up with you.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
Yeah, I think the last time we went with the revenge path, but honestly, we have two broken men here, so just give him some redemption this time.
why Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Wanted to suss you out, Bob. See what kind of man you turned out to be. Maybe prod you into drawing on me. See, all those years on your trail turned me into a killer. Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walked that very same path in exactly the opposite direction.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob? Boy, what's your name again?
It's Eisenhower, sir. Dwight Eisenhower.
What do you plan to do with your life, Dwight Eisenhower?
Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
So, you want to be a soldier?
Oh yeah.
Well, do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life, you hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
And
I won't have it said
that's
I
the
left
point
you
again.
with nothing, Bob.
Yeah, I think we are worse men now than he is, probably. It's time to disappear forever. And that's the end of the game, which was a pretty enjoyable ride, with the exception of the sniper chapter in the last one, which was mostly bizarre. I don't think it fit the theme of the game very well, honestly. Yeah. But otherwise, I think we let the credits roll, and thank you for watching this Let's Play. Otherwise, I see you some other time.
There are men who fear legends, but a man legends fear. He's a four-hosted reaper, crying bullets for tears. When a drought comes in justice, bullets make good rain. When the heartache has dried up, only blood heals the pain. There's a time for grieving and a time to just pray. There's a time for forgiving, but it's not for today. You can hide sins from the gavel, you can drown them in rum. When Silas Greaves finds you, there's nowhere to run. And time goes too slowly for the gunslinger's eye. Till he's buried his promise, there's no time to cry. There's a time for grieving and a time to just pray. There's a time for forgiving, but it's not for today. There's a time for grieving and a time to just pray. When Silas Greaves finds you, it's a time you must pay. That's a time you must pay.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Won't you spare me over till another year?
There are men who fear legends, but a man legends fear. He's a four-hosted reaper, crying bullets for tears. When a drought comes in justice, bullets make good rain. When the heartache has dried up, only blood heals the pain. There's a time for grieving and a time to just pray. There's a time for forgiving, but it's not for today. You can hide sins from the gavel, you can drown them in rum. When Silas Greaves finds you, there's nowhere to run. And time goes too slowly for the gunslinger's eye. Till he's buried his promise, there's no time to cry. There's a time for grieving and a time to just pray. There's a time for forgiving, but it's not for today. There's a time for grieving and a time to just pray. When Silas Greaves finds you, it's a time you must pay. That's a time you must pay.
Oh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over till another year?